one above our 2% longer run objective.
Powell also said there's uncertainty about Trump tariffs and the effect on inflation and the economy, so they can continue to wait and see before cutting interest rates. President Trump's been very critical of the Fed chair, demanding big rate cuts. On Wall Street, stock futures are up slightly the day after big gains. The Dow surged more than 500 points. Now to Cape Canaveral.
5, 4, 3.
SpaceX early this morning launched 4 astronauts from 4 different countries to the International Space Station on a private 2-week mission for a Texas company called Axiom Space. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
News Talk 710 KURV, broadcasting from the Valley's All-American Truck Headquarters studio at PayneAutomall.com.
Happy Wednesday morning. It is June 25th, 2025. You're in tune with the Valley's Morning News. It's News Radio for South Texas. Show producer Fred Cruz. I'm Sergio Sanchez, and we're joined by AccuWeather meteorologist Jeffrey Nordine. He's on standby. Will tell us what the chance of rain is for today. Seems like we're on a pretty steady rain cadence for a couple more days. More than 8,000 folks in the Valley have been approved for some type of federal financial assistance following severe storms and flooding in late March. Updated figures from the folks at FEMA showing that their agency has approved over $54 million in assistance for homes in Hidalgo, Cameron, Willacy, Starr County. About 7,700 people have visited FEMA disaster recovery centers that should be open for about 1 more month. Teachers in McAllen will be getting a raise during the next school year. The Board of Trustees approved the compensation plan. Social media post by the school district noted that teachers that have less than 2 years of experience might see an increase of about $1,500. Teachers with more than 3 years of experience, about $2,500. And veteran teachers with 5 years or more of experience, might see a pay increase of about $5,000. A new law giving more parents rights over their child's education, the target of legal challenges by the liberal ACLU and some so-called student right groups. Here's Chris Fox.
Senate Bill 12 is called.
These are elementary age students, and statewide reading scores are up. However, still fewer than half of third graders are reading at grade level.
Senate Bill 12 is called the Parental Bill of Rights. One provision prohibits DEI mandates in public schools, whether in hiring or class discussion. State Senator Brandon Creighton authored it.
This bill builds upon our ban of teaching critical race theory, and it goes further to ensure that our classrooms remain focused on academic excellence rather than politics.
The ACLU of Texas believes the provision to be unconstitutional. It's teamed up with students engaged in advancing Texas to file suit to stop it. ACLU attorney Sherelle Lett.
It would harm students by not allowing them to freely express themselves.
The law is set to be implemented this fall. In Austin, Chris Fox, News Talk 710 KURV.
Now, time for the numbers. The Texas Education Agency releasing some new STAR test results for the spring, covering language arts, math, science, reading, and social studies.
These are elementary age students, and statewide reading scores are up. However, still fewer than half of third graders are reading at grade level, and results show students are still trying to rebound in math skills from pre-pandemic levels. Statewide, roughly 43% of students met grade level math standards compared to 50% in 2019. TEA Commissioner Mike Morath called the test results encouraging, but admits more needs to be done for math teaching. The recently passed $8 billion school funding bill does include money to increase math teacher training.
That's reporter Russell Scott. The time is 7:08. It is AccuWeather the time, and big thank you to Dougie and all the gang over at Martin Farm and Ranch. Purina Feed, it's the best, and that's why Dougie and all the gang at Martin Farm and Ranch, they carry it. Certified dealer for Purina Feed, Martin Farm and Ranch, Monte Cristo in Edinburgh. AccuWeather meteorologist Jeffrey Nordine joining us. Chance of rain today as good as yesterday. Jeffrey, what would you say?
It's close. If we want to get the actual number here, it is going to be 40%.
Okay.
So a little bit lower.
Yeah. We had a little bit more rain in portions of Hidalgo County. I don't know if anyone in Brownsville saw any, or Harlingen yesterday, but we did see some over Edinburgh.
Yep. Edinburgh got about a quarter of an inch.
Okay. Was that the most as far as rain total for the area?
Yeah.
Edinburgh for yesterday? Okay. So same old, right? It'll pop up anywhere. It could be Brownsville, could be Edinburgh, could be Mission today.
Yep,
Right?
pretty much. So, we're going to be seeing some of these pop-ups. Again, coastal moisture that makes its way in. The better area would be like Corpus Christi and Houston, but there are a couple that want to make its way into the far southern parts of Texas. And Thursday, that still exists in the possibility, but Thursdays is like about 30 to 40%.
All right. Tropical coverage 2025. What do the computers tell you this morning?
Well, our latest update after encountering a tropical storm way out in the Atlantic, Andrea continued to go into unfavorable conditions and basically fall apart. We're now looking at a low risk for tropical rain and wind impacts along the southeast coast July 4th through the 7th. So that's a slight change, and that's going to be more for like Florida and South Carolina, Georgia.
All right. By when again? Might that
July 4th through 7th. So unfortunately, anyone celebrating the holiday down there may need to be on alert.
All right, pal. And let's see on the menu for today. Yes, good. Deep fried catfish. It's National Catfish Day.
I was going to say pizza because, I just had pizza.
Yeah. It was pizza day for you. It's a catfish day for us. And strawberry parfait day as well.
Yum. Those are good.
Yeah, it has evolved quite a bit. It used to be, they say it used to be ice cream or frozen custard. Nowadays, it's like yogurt and granola and whipped cream on that. Yeah. It's actually named after producer Fred Cruz, if you didn't know that. Radio producer Fred Parfait. Yeah. You know what parfait means?
No.
Yeah, enlighten us with your. It is
French.
It is.
Well, you studied French when you were in school, Freddie.
I took a semester college of French.
It's named after you, Freddie. Parfait is perfect.
Oh.
So now you're feeling really bad for talking bad about me yesterday.
I never feel bad for talking about you.
All right, pal. Call you next hour. That's AccuWeather meteorologist Jeffrey Nordine. Highs today close to triple digits in the Western Valley, Mid Valley, up to 98. Should be low 90s at the coast. It's 7:12 on News Talk 710 KURV. President Trump on Tuesday signaled that China is being given the green light to buy oil again from Iran. Conservative commentator Tucker Carlson in the news saying that the Murdoch family, that would be Fox News, right, Freddie? The media family, Murdoch family, urged him to run for president against Donald Trump in the 2024 election.
Carlson said the Murdochs really hate Trump and were willing to put their support behind the pundit, although he declined. Carlson has criticized Trump recently on his posture towards the Middle East, but he noted that he still holds him in high regard. The Murdoch family owns Fox News, along with the Wall Street Journal and other international media properties. I'm Mark Mayfield.
Major overhaul in food labeling, a possibility across the nation thanks to a new law in Texas.
It's Senate Bill 25, part of the Make Texans Healthy Again initiative, authored by State Senator Lois Kolkhorst.
You're going to have to put a label on it and say this food contains something that isn't contained in the EU, Great Britain, or Canada.
Specifically, about 44 food additives and dyes listed as not recommended for human consumption in those countries.
What that will do for the consumer is they'll pick it up and they'll go, wonder what that is. And then hopefully they'll educate themselves.
Manufacturers selling food with those additives in Texas will need to include the warnings. The bill also mandates nutrition and physical activity in public schools. In Austin, Chris Fox, News Talk 710 KURV.
And Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent saying that the Senate, U.S. Senate, on track to vote on the so-called Big Beautiful Bill this coming Friday. Time is 7:14. This is News Talk 710 KURV, Valley's Morning News for Wednesday. Going to share with you the top conversation of the morning with Dr. Guy Bailey, President, UT-RGV. Impressive cancer research with nano-based technology, and likely more on the way thanks to a massive new cancer center that's popping up in McAllen, along with UT-RGV and our medical school. That news next on 710 KURV.
Progressive Insurance can protect your home, auto, boat, motorcycle, ATV, RV, and more. In short, A lot of things. Bundle today at progressive.com.
Improve your overall health and enjoy a better quality of life with Dr. T's Primary Care. You're trying to set some new weight goals. If you're too moody or stressed out or just tired and trying to get more sleep, Dr. T's Primary Care.
Back to UT-RGV and President Dr.
Care provider from the sniffles to the flu, and also offer menopause treatment, peptide treatment, and IV vitamin infusions. McAllen area call 956-803-0058 and in Harlingen 956-368-5247. That's drtsprimary.care.com.
Ophthalmologist Dr. Rachel Gelman introduces the light adjustable lens for cataract surgery, the first and only lens that can be adjusted after cataract surgery in the comfort of our office. The configuration of the light adjustable lens is modified according to your personal lifestyle, desires, and vision goals. This allows you to customize and design your vision with complete confidence. Gelman Vision is your LASIK, cornea, and cataract specialty center.
This is Michael Berry, host of The Michael Berry Show, weeknights starting at 6. Thank you, Rio Grande Valley, for listening to News Talk 710 KURV.
News Talk 710 KURV is your go-to station in the Valley for any hurricane, tropical system headed this way. Tropical Coverage 2025 made possible by Mike's Plumbing, Electrical, and AC. Big thank you to all the folks at McAfee Insurance and Lee's Pharmacy, North and South McAllen. Back to UT-RGV and President Dr. Guy Bailey joining us again, and we got quite a bit of information to catch up to. First of all, from a few weeks back, nanotechnology cancer research, Dr. B. So tell us about that.
Well, we received a grant from CPRIT, and CPRIT is a cancer research and prevention organization that's developed by the state of Texas. State of Texas, of all of the states in the United States, has the best funding for cancer research. There's a very large endowment. And so for many years, most of this money went to Dallas and Houston, some to San Antonio and other places, but the big cities got the bulk of it. But Mayor Ambrosio Hernandez from FAR is now on the CPRIT board. And so since he's gotten on the board, that funding has spread out to places like El Paso and Lubbock and also the Rio Grande Valley. And so this is a very highly competitive grant. But as you know, we're opening a cancer center, which starts in August. And so cancer research is an important part of that. And we have this research project that will be beginning now. And we're very grateful to CPRIT for this. And this will make a big difference in the future. And you know, with cancer, what you're really looking at in the research are treatments. I mean, what kind of new drugs, what kinds of new therapies, there's genetic therapies, there are all kinds of new therapies, and then how you deliver those as well. And so we'll be looking at both the treatments and also the delivery of those treatments.
For some time now, folks in medicine, folks who are well connected up in Austin, have been expressing how pleased they are that Governor Abbott, for several years now, has been very aggressive in trying to recruit top researchers in medicine and in industry, but especially in medicine to Texas.
That's
Gotta
right.
bring them, right. So this might afford us, I'm thinking, maybe a new path to bring them down to that new cancer center, that beautiful new cancer center on Jackson and Pecan. Of course, our medical school and our fledgling medical school, that might provide us an opportunity to capture, I guess, some of those people that are very aggressively being recruited to come to Texas, do some research down here. But of course, with that, the research dollars.
That's exactly right. You know, we've been able to do some very good recruiting anyway. And our cancer research team, we hired Dr. Shohan, we hired away from the University of Tennessee. They left, of course, the University of Tennessee Health Science Center is in Memphis, and we recruited them here, a whole team, and they're responsible for this. But the director of the Cancer Center is just a wonderful physician. He's our interim dean of the School of Medicine, Dr. Kobos. Dr. Kobos was at UCLA and very highly regarded nationally as in oncology. And so he's the Cancer Center director. He's been able to hire some very good faculty members who will be running the center, working in the center. So we've been very fortunate so far in who we've been able to recruit. The CPRIT grants are a big part of that. I mean, without CPRIT, you couldn't recruit. And so cancer researchers know that about Texas, and they are, and they're very anxious to come here. So that's very helpful.
All that research going to help bolster the effort to lift UT-RGV, I would imagine. Going to be part of the effort to lift as far as the tier of research.
That's right. When we started, of course, we'll celebrate our 10th anniversary in August. And when we started, one of our goals was to have 100 million in research expenditures. That's a pretty high level. And so our consultants didn't really believe that was possible. We should hit that this year. We were at 90 last year. And even with some of the federal reductions in research expenditures, I think we'll be 100. And so that really kind of puts you at another level in research when you're doing 100 million a year. When research expenditures.
Go ahead, finish your thoughts, sir. I'm sorry.
And by the way, the state of Texas has done something else, but you still have to vote on this in the election. I mean, in a referendum in the fall, but they established put several $1 billion in a research fund for mental health issues. It's called DPRIT, and so it looks at things like dementia, especially for dementia, and as you know, as the population ages, dementia and other dementia-related issues become a major health concern. And so the state of Texas, again, no other state does this, has taken the lead. Governor Abbott and Lieutenant Governor Patrick, the whole legislature, our Senator Juan Chuy Hinojosa, all have been leaders in getting this established. And we anticipate that will help enormously as well. We have an institute for an ION, we call it, and it's an institute for neurological research. And we do work on dementia and Alzheimer's. And as you know, both of those are prevalent here in the Valley very much. And so Starr County, in fact, there was an article written in the Texas Tribune a while back about Starr County and the high rates of dementia there. So we hope we'll have an impact in dementia and other illnesses like that, as well as cancer.
Dr. Guy Bailey, UT-RGV, joining us, catching up to speed with impressive news. Of course, expansion of all this research, cancer research in our future. We got that new cancer center opening up as well. We got this new nanotechnology-based cancer research that's big grant for the university, and likely more on the way. All this Hispanic data set, likely folks in medicine very happy to be getting what they've been missing for a long time, is a much larger contribution from the Latino Hispanic community when it comes to all this research. I'm sure they're going to love all that data.
I think that's exactly right. And it really, our university and our community sometimes gets overlooked for what we can achieve. And with just some resources, we have the possibility of doing remarkable things. If you look at all of the new programs we've added, remember our School of Physical Therapy is starting this year. It opens up as we begin our 10th year. And think about that. We've got podiatry, we've got medicine. We already had a physician assistance program, optometry coming in 2 years. There are great possibilities if you just give us a little bit. We don't ask for the moon. We just ask for enough to start it up and get us going. And our whole region down here is capable of so much.
Indeed.
We have over 5,000 students in engineering, wonderful engineering graduates. We wish we had more places to employ them in the Rio Grande Valley. Now we've got SpaceX and some local concerns. But if you think about that, we're producing people who are at the cutting edge of workforce needs in the state of Texas. And so and all we needed was a little bit of help to get there. Just give us a push, and then we can do that on our own.
Yes, sir. Well, definitely going to help the gang over at all these economic development offices and recruitment to finally say, hey, we got them. You're on
That's
paper,
right.
we're churning them out. We got the engineers. You just set up shop and they will come. We're already.
That's right. And remember, and we talked about this last time, the advanced engineering facility we just opened up in Edinburgh. That's going to be a remarkable, remarkable asset to the Valley. And down in Brownsville, we've got that human genetics research. And so if you start looking at and start putting all of this together, we really have a lot that should be attractive to employers, to businesses to move down here. And we got a great workforce. Our folks work harder than anybody. And so, and we got really good, reliable people down here. That's not always easy to find, but you can find them right here in the Valley.
10-4. Dr. Guy Bailey, President, UT-RGV. When do we hit Tier 1 research designation, Dr. B? What's the status of that?
Yeah, there's kind of two ways of doing it. There's a state level, and that's kind of the emerging research, and we'll meet that this fall. And so, and again, that's a good thing. We'll meet the state emerging research, and then there's a Carnegie R1 Research 1. They won't have another ranking come out until I think January 28. And we should reach that too. So if they had a ranking come out sooner, we could get there sooner. But they just do it. They did one in 24. I think they do it every 4 years. So, but with the state emerging research thing, we'll do this fall.
Excellent. Good to hear. January 28th. Blink and I'll be here before you know it. I mean, roll the clock back. We're talking about a potential football program, and here we go. We got a football game coming here pretty soon. So give me an update on that. Any news you want to share related to the news?
Well, we everything is going well. I mean, Coach Bush has done a great job of recruiting. One thing that kind of helps us out is the portal, and that portal is mixed blessings because you can transfer every year now, and there's no. When students sign, they have a 1-year commitment, and that's basically it. And then go somewhere else. But for a new school like us, that's helpful, and so that's what we're seeing. He's been able to get some very good players, and the reason that's important is when you put a team on the field. If you're using only freshmen and sophomores, because remember you just had 2 years of recruiting here, it's much harder to challenge without the older players and more mature, and it takes you a while to build your body and to prepare for college level football. So that's helped a lot too. And we'll be ready to go August 30th. We have a walkthrough of the stadium, I think, in a couple weeks here. They're making great progress there, and the stadium is really going to be a beautiful, great venue. Of course, Vacker Stadium, you'll see it advertised everywhere. And Bob and Janet Vacker have been so generous in helping us do that. But we've got, I think, more than 30 boxes, really a very large number of boxes for a stadium that size. Okay. And all of those have been sold, all the tickets. And, there may be a few one-offs that you can get, but stay tuned. And we're going to have a great student experience and a great tailgate experience too. We have things outside the stadium that will be available for students. We'll have a great tailgate area. And college football is not just the game, it's everything that surrounds it. And so that tailgate, in most universities, you have a lot of students who go to the tailgate and not go to the game. And so it's a big all-day party. And remember, we think about the football team, but think about what else goes in that. You got spirit, right? And so you got so many kids, both in Brownsville and in Edinburgh, in the spirit program. You got marching band.
Oh yeah.
I should say to students out there, I think now's the time to join the marching band. If you're not a member, you need to get in now.
You're here.
Because they're practicing now, and band is all of that's a huge part of of a college football experience and a
That's
college
exciting.
football game day.
That's exciting. Yeah. In South Texas, we do tailgate different. Yeah, I can see we can do some
That's right.
fajita barbecue competition on the tailgate.
And we'll have our mariachi group playing, and there's just going to be some great entertainment there.
Let me ask producer Freddie real quick. Ultra 90.1 FM, right? Ultra 90.1 FM will be the official Valley radio station. We'll be broadcasting.
That's
That's our sister station right next door. We'll be broadcasting every Saturday. We have the football game. All right, Dr. B, good to see you again. And we had a lot of other stuff to talk about, but we'll leave it for next time. That's Dr. Guy Bailey, President, UT-RGV.
Take care.
This is the Valley's Morning News. Check of headlines. The service of Jay Gonzalez Injury Attorneys ready to fight for you. Call 1-800-CAR-CRASH. A new 4-person private crew on its way to the International Space Station aboard a SpaceX Dragon capsule. Spirit Airlines objecting to a proposed alliance between JetBlue and United Airlines. Spirit has filed a complaint with the Department of Transportation. And Southwest Airlines is adding some new technology to help keep pilots and passengers safe.
The Dallas-based airline says nearly all of its 800 planes now have a cockpit alert system that warns pilots if they're lining up on the wrong runway or taxiway. It delivers both verbal and text alerts, aiming to prevent the kinds of near misses that have raised concerns at airports in recent years. Southwest says the upgrade is part of its ongoing commitment to flight safety.
That's reporter John Little. Thank you much for waking up at News Talk 710 KURV, Valley's Morning News. Also at Radio Panami. Download that free app. Your station for Astros baseball is 710 KURV. Check of sports up next.
In the land of the free and the home of the brave, we demand nothing short of the absolute best, especially when it comes to our backyard celebrations. And this Independence Day, celebrate with the best barbecue around, straight from your backyard. South Texas Outdoor Kitchens is loaded with everything you could need, from grills, smokers, spices, sauces, and supplies to make the ultimate barbecue. Tender, smoky, juicy barbecue perfection from a Rectech or Yoder smoker. Command the flame with an iconic big green egg, or get that truly all-American flavor with our PK grills. And if you're looking for wood-fired, crispy, home-style pizza, the Gosney Pizza Oven is just for you. Right now at Stoke, we're celebrating our nation's Independence Day, along with our 10-year anniversary. Come celebrate 10 years of backyard barbecues with Stoke. And here's to 10 more. South Texas Outdoor Kitchens, on the expressway across from the Shrine in San Juan, where quality and service matter.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. SkillBridge and other VA benefits are available to those who qualify.
Tune in to the 956 Drive Home every Thursday afternoon starting at 5:07 for Dr. Rachel Gelman's Vision, a closer look at the health of your eyesight with board-certified and fellowship-trained ophthalmic surgeon Dr. Rachel Gelman on News Talk 710 KURV. Tune in later tonight for Houston Astros baseball as they host the Philadelphia Phillies. First pitch at 7:10. Powered by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women, Mission Economic Development Corporation, and News Talk 710 KURV.
The 710 KURV Sports Desk is brought to you by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women.
The Texas Rangers won a 10-inning battle last night, 6-5. Texas led 4-0, but in the bottom of the 7th, Baltimore hit 3 straight home runs to take a 5-4 lead. Texas would add a run in the 8th to force extras, and in the top of the 10th, Sam Haggerty for the Rangers hit a ground ball to second, and Evan Carter darted home. He was originally called out, but upon review, the call was overturned and the Rangers took a 6-5 lead. Robert Garcia closed the door in the bottom half to win. The series finale is tonight, scheduled for 5:35. It was a different type of game in Houston as Framber Valdez and Ranger Suarez dueled it out and didn't allow a run through 7 innings. But in the 8th, Houston broke through. A solo shot by Cooper Hummel gave the Astros a 1-0 lead, and that was all it took.
3-2. And that's driven out toward right center field and hit pretty well. Long run for Rojas. Looking up. See you later!
opposite field homer for Cooper Hummel into the Astros bullpen. 1-0 Houston.
Josh Hader came out in the ninth and slammed the door shut. Game 2 of the series is tonight, scheduled for 7:10. I'm Dylan Moore, TSN Sports Minute.
Another salary dump for the Celtics as they're sending Kristaps Porzingis to the Hawks in a 3-team trade. George Niang going to Boston with the second-round pick, while the Nets getting Terrence Mann and the Hawks' 22nd overall pick. Nets now have 5 first-round picks. Mavs guard Kyrie Irving, declining his $43 million player option, will now sign a 3-year deal worth $119 million. Steelers quarterback Aaron Rodgers on the Pat McAfee show said this will more than likely be his last season. That's sports. I'm Ron Tomas.
AccuWeather says highs for today should be upper 90s, close to triple digits. Western Valley should be low 90s at the coast. We still have that chance of a thunderstorm somewhere in South Texas, about a 40% chance for today. Someone might see some thunder shower activity. Border Bridge wait times. If you're headed back to McAllen, a 30-minute wait at the Hidalgo Bridge. That was the last number we saw. And for Brownsville, 30 minutes. B&M, everybody else 10 minutes or less. Thank you much for waking up with News Talk 710 KURV. Join us online. Radio Para Mi is a free app that we can listen on your smartphone, anywhere, everywhere, your smart device. Radio Para Mi, download it. It's free. Check out Your Money Business News up next. I believe that the smart money is with Culligan. All of us, we purchase some type of purified water. Some of y'all still doing that routine, going to H-E, but going to the big box stores, filling up the SUV, the truck, full of packs of water. Okay, fine. Maybe that's the way you get some exercise, you say. But all that time you could get back, all that time, all that gas that you're burning, going to the store, then going in there, getting all those packs of water, coming back. Man, one of these days, God forbid, you're going to stretch yourself a little too much, and there you go, you're limping along. Why don't you just call Culligan? Do what I did years ago. Call Culligan for better water, pure and simple, at your house, at your business. Just turn on the spigot. There you go. It's pouring. That consistent, that reliable, that scrumptious, purified water from Culligan. You got your own little spout, your own system to purify water to bottled water standards, what you expect to taste, right? Even better because, sometimes those bottled waters, those plastic bottles, they will leach that chemical flavor into that water after a long time. So be done with all that. Be done with all that plastic. Just call Culligan. Get your own water purification system at your house. Only $35 a month. You get all that time back, all that fuel back. Otherwise, you'll be burning back and forth to the store. Call Culligan at 956-399-1780.
Thinking of expanding your business in the Rio Grande Valley or exploring new markets? Consider Harlingen, Texas. The Harlingen Economic Development Corporation can provide you with the resources needed to launch or grow your business. Harlingen is a community that is business ready at the crossroads of opportunity. Located in the heart of the valley, countless businesses take advantage of everything the Rio Grande Valley has to offer from this vantage point. This city is open for business and business friendly. It's a true hub city. That means all 4 modes of transportation are here: road, rail, air, and water. And the proximity to Mexico through the less congested Los Indios International Bridge provides an enviable advantage when it comes to manufacturing and distribution. From renewable energy to aerospace, logistics and distribution, healthcare, manufacturing, back office operations, and retail, Harlingen has it all. Discover the business and investment opportunities by visiting harlingenedc.com. That's harlingenedc.com. The Harlingen Economic Development Corporation.
710 KURV. Streaming live at KURV.com. Powered by Texas Mutual Workers Compensation Insurance. A policyholder-owned company. Work safe, Texas.
I'm Nicole Murray with Your Money Now. Oil prices are moderately higher after President Trump said that the ceasefire between Israel and Iran appears to be holding. West Texas Intermediate is sitting at $64.73 per barrel. Brent currently sitting at $67.51 per barrel. Rising supply and slowing demand in the housing market are finally causing prices to cool off, and the weakness is accelerating. The S&P CoreLogic Case-Shiller Index says home prices nationally rose just 2.7% in April compared with the previous year. That is down from 3.4% annual increase in March and is the smallest gain in nearly 2 years. There will soon be a donut-sized hole in McDonald's U.S. menus. McDonald's and Krispy Kreme said they're ending their partnership on July 2nd, a little more than a year after it was announced. Krispy Kreme said demand for its donuts at McDonald's isn't strong enough to recoup its costs. Futures are slightly higher. Tuesday, the Dow Industrials gained 507, the NASDAQ up 281. That's your money now.
It's an effort that went nowhere against major retailers like Target and Walmart. Now, leftists are targeting McDonald's, Madonas, for a boycott because Mickey D's is not using the so-called diversity programs that are promoted by the left. And Walmart has agreed to pay $10 million to settle a Federal Trade Commission investigation. FTC saying that Walmart allowed scammers to use their in-store money transfer services to defraud consumers. AccuWeather says highs for today should be close to triple digits in the Western Valley, close to low to mid-90s close to the coast, and yes, about a 40% chance of a thunderstorm somewhere in South Texas. Thank you much for joining us on News Talk 710 KURV. We got Fox News coming up in 2 minutes. JP and Jeff at Amigo Power Equipment would love to see you. Stop by, enjoy some coffee with the boys. They've got all this Kubota equipment I know you're looking for and some great deals and awesome financing opportunities right now. Amigo Power Equipment in Edinburgh on Monte Cristo, your local Kubota dealer celebrating Kubota Orange Days. It's America's favorite, #1 compact tractor. It's Kubota. And JP and Jeff, they've got it. At Amigo Power Equipment, JP and Jeff, they've got Kubota factory-trained pros going to help you match what you need to do. Go explain to them maybe some of the shrubbery or some of the trees or some of the fencing, whatever it is that you need to do at the ranch and the lease. Explain to them. And the Kubota factory-trained pros will help you match up what you need to do with the equipment that you need. That's the Kubota equipment that you need. And with Orange Day celebrations, financing and savings available at Amigo Power Equipment for Kubota. Amigo Power Equipment, Edinburgh on Monte Cristo.
If you're looking to improve your overall health and have a better quality of life, Dr. T's Primary Care is the place to go. If you feel tired or stressed or less motivated, if you're moody or if you have trouble sleeping, Dr. T's Primary Care will evaluate you and work with you to address your health concerns, including testosterone or menopause treatment, peptide treatment, IV vitamin infusions. Their licensed staff will take the time to listen to you and work with you to improve your overall health. Check out the website, drtsprimarycare.com. Give them a call in the Cal at 956-803-0058 in Harlingen, 956-368-5247.
It takes one whiff. Everything on the menu seems to be calling out to you. Dish after dish looks so good that you just can't seem to make up your mind. Everything looks better than the last thing. It's almost mind-boggling, and that's the moment that you realize you are at the right place. Zen Asian Bistro. All you can eat. Sushi, all kinds, and always delicate, fresh, and delicious. Sushi and Chinese food all at the same place. Zen. Everything you want. Individually, custom, wok-fired, crispy General Chow chicken, and all of your favorite Chinese food like sizzling steak lo mein. It's an experience you'll absolutely love. Lunch and dinner, all you can eat at Zen. You don't have to decide on one thing because you get it all. Everything on the menu is yours for one low price. All you can eat. Bring everybody. With kids' meals at just $8.99, there's just no better option out there. Zen Asian Bistro. All you can eat, unlimited, unforgettable, unapologetically affordable. Zen.
Everything you need to know to start your day.
The Valley's Morning News.
News Talk 710 KURV.
Thank you much for waking up with News Talk 710 KURV. Valley's Morning News for a Wednesday. It's June 25th. With show producer Fred Cruz and AccuWeather meteorologist Jeffrey Nordy. I'm Sergio Sanchez. We start the morning. Temperatures mostly mid-upper 70s and highs today should be close to triple digits. And yes, a continuing chance of an afternoon thunder shower. News on 710 KURV, a service of Jay Gonzalez Injury Attorneys, ready to fight for you. Call 1-800-CAR-CRASH.
Fox
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. Rand's Foreign Ministry reports the U.S. strikes from Midnight Hammer badly damages nuclear facilities. That's counter to a report from the intelligence community that the strikes were not as effective. But Secretary of State Marco Rubio disputes that.
And if they try to rebuild it, we'll have options there as well. But all this leaker stuff, these leakers are professional stabbers.
The secretary earlier alongside President Trump at the NATO summit. State Rep Zoran Mandani declaring the win over former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo in the Democratic primary for mayor in New York City. Current Mayor Eric Adams earlier on Fox and Friends.
You had one candidate that was running away from his record. You had another candidate with no record. And you have Eric Adams with a record. I delivered for the city, and we're not going backwards.
Adams and Mandani face off in November. America's listening to Fox News.
Teachers in McAllen looking at a pay raise near future. The Board of Trustees approving a new compensation plan for their teachers. It was on a social media post. The school district announced that newer teachers likely will see a pay raise of about $1,500. Teachers with more than 3 years experience, about $2,500. And more veteran teachers, 5 years or more, they will likely see a $5,000 pay raise. Non-teaching professional staff also likely to see a pay raise in McAllen ISD. The Texas Education Agency released some new STAR test results for the spring, covering social studies, science, math, and language arts.
Do you think your property taxes are too high? Yes. So do I.
Governor Abbott at a bill signing in Denton. Senate Bill 4 will.
These are elementary-age students, and statewide reading scores are up. However, still fewer than half of third graders are reading at grade level, and results show students are still trying to rebound in math skills from pre-pandemic levels. Statewide, roughly 43% of students met grade-level math standards compared to 50% in 2019. TEA Commissioner Mike Morath called the test results encouraging, but admits more needs to be done for math teaching. The recently passed $8 billion school funding bill does include money to increase math teacher training.
That's reporter Russell Scott. And now we can talk about property tax relief. Property tax relief is coming to folks across Texas, assuming voters say yes come November.
Do you think your property taxes are too high? Yes. So do I.
Governor Abbott at a bill signing in Denton. Senate Bill 4 will raise the homestead exemption to $140,000, $200,000 for the elderly and disabled, a quarter of the entire state budget going to property tax relief.
No state in the history of America has devoted such a large percentage of their budget to tax relief in the United States of America.
It works out to a savings of about $500 per house. Businesses would also see a $125,000 tax exemption, but ultimately it'll be up to the voters to decide in November. In Austin, Chris Fox, News Talk 710 KURV.
Famous piece of 80s movies clothing, bringing in big bucks at auction. The brown patterned vest worn by actor Matthew Broderick as the character in the 1986 Ferris Bueller's Day Off went at auction for $280,000. And in the movie Shrek, Donkey, famously known for saying that everybody loves parfait. Well, today you can find out for yourself. It's National Strawberry Parfait Day.
You know what else everybody like? Parfait.
The sweet treat dates back to 1892 in France. The word parfait actually translates to perfect, and your day might be just that if you eat one. The French know how to do it. The original recipe is layered custard, fruit, and real whipped cream. It's almost a health food, as strawberries are high in vitamin C, and you can lighten the calories by swapping out the custard for yogurt. But why would you do that? I'm Bree Tennis.
This is the Valley's Morning News. This is News Talk 710 KURV. Join us online. Radio Para Mi is the free app, and listen on your smartphone anywhere, everywhere. You got an EV? Oh, man, I wish you could listen to KURV. I don't got AM radio. Well, you can. Everybody connecting, doing the Bluetooth thing. Go to, set the Bluetooth on your EV. And look, go find us. Radio Para Mi, 710 KURV is right there. Dale Johnson, dear friend of mine, I'm so proud to represent him and the good folks that he has locked arms with now, bringing more services, expanded menu of services and warranties from 125 years of experience that only Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing brings to you, your business, your new building projects. Trust Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing. My dear friend Dale Johnson, who I've represented for years as the top commercial roofer in the region, he now represents Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing, has joined forces and will answer your call. I'm going to give you Dale's number here in just a little bit so you can start a conversation with my friend Dale at Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing. So in that conversation, you guys can go check that roofing system of yours, at those commercial properties. Make sure everything is ready. If you need a little bit of patchwork, go check it out for free. My friend Dale Johnson will answer your call. Check your current commercial sites, all of them, and just one by one, make sure that you're ready for a tropical season. And, of course, the new project you got all written up and ready to build. All these new services of all these sealants for the joints, membrane waterproofing, water blasting, water repellents, damp proofing your building, from new projects to leak repair, and, of course, roof maintenance. Trust the name that my friend Dale Johnson has trusted to take him, his legacy, his reputation into the stratosphere. It is Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing. Call Dale for that free appointment, 956-655-6178.
At Rivetta's Machinery in Donna, they're bringing the best deals on Coyote equipment to your job site, your farm, or your backyard. Right now, take advantage of 0% interest or up to $6,000 cash back on Coyote track loaders and skid steers. These are machines built for maximum performance no matter the task. But don't stop there. They're also offering fantastic savings on Coyote tractors, zero-turn mowers, and utility vehicles. And whether you're hauling something, mowing, tackling other big jobs, Coyote has the equipment to help you get it done. If you're looking for great deals and great service from a team that treats you like family, look no further than Rivetta's Machinery and Coyote. Start your next project right. Visit Rivetta's Machinery in Donna or browse their deals when it suits you at mynewtractor.com. That's their website, mynewtractor.com. Rivetta's for the long haul. See dealer for full details.
Listen anywhere, anytime on your smartphone or tablet at KURV.com.
Your 710 KURV AccuWeather forecast is going to be...
Summer is heating up, and so is our local economy. From sizzling business deals to community connections, News Talk 710 KURV and the Radio Potami app are here to keep you in the know. Download the Radio Potami app to stay informed and entertained. Whether it's local market updates, summer events, or the weather, we've got you covered. Support local, stay connected, and tune in to the pulse of Rio Grande Valley business. News Talk 710.